Hello, this is your teacher, Mattias. I'm your teacher in the course on Wednesdays. Every Wednesday is elementary Swedish conversation class. And now we have to do it online. This way, I've set up a digital camera. I have here a microphone. And this is my improvised office or studio. If you hear a little echo in this audio-video recording, it's because I'm in a hall and there is an echo here, but I hope it will not disturb you too much when you hear me give my lecture. This will be a recorded video lecture, and I will upload it to you or for you on YouTube later, and I will send you the link so you can watch it at your convenience. So it's going to be there. You can watch it once or twice, whenever you like. And probably this will be how the online lectures will work for a couple of weeks now. We don't know how long this will continue. And of course they will be complemented by the live meetings that we have on Zoom once per week. So once again, welcome to the course. This course is in elementary Swedish conversation. So I'm sort of assuming that most of you, maybe all of you, or most of you are beginners in Swedish, so I will start from a really basic level. The textbook that we're using is this one. It's called Rivstart. Rivstart. The title in Swedish simply means quick departure or quick takeoff. And I guess the idea is that we will quickly learn how to use spoken Swedish. I have sent you the first chapter of this book in a scanned copy, but I think I can only get hold of the scanned copy of chapter 1. We should not expect to also get scanned copies of chapter 2 and 3 and so on. So I really encourage you and urge you to find a way to buy this textbook, the real textbook, or this copy. And as I told you before, you can buy it down here at Imon Road, just opposite of Huff's campus front gate. All right. I have sent you the PDF file with the scanned copy of actually the table of contents for the book, and I can open up the page here, and you will see that these 2 pages, they cover chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and for each chapter there is a description. First, in this box, it says tema. Tema means topic or theme, and it explains what will be the focus point or the topic of this chapter. And it says presentation of yourself or self-introduction, something about the country you are from, if you work or if you are a student, and the alphabet. By the way, all the information here in the list of contents are written in Swedish, so that's why I feel it's necessary for me to explain it to you in English. The second box is information about what you should be able to say after studying chapter 1. And it says jag kan. Jag kan in Swedish means I can do or I can say. So with a couple of simple words, say what your name is, where you live, where you are from, which country or region or place, and to describe yourself in a couple of simple words. Maybe explain what languages do you speak. And in this third box, it says in Swedish, språkfokus. Språkfokus means the language focal point, and it's actually another way of saying what will be the grammatical key areas that we study in this chapter 1. So this is about what kind of grammar do we look at. For example, the present tense of the verb, the sequence of the different words in a sentence, how you use the negation, the word no or not, cannot, and then a little bit pronunciation stuff. Very simple introduction to Swedish pronunciation. So this is how each chapter is described in the book. And I will try, when we enter into chapter 2 and 3, I will do the same and explain to you what will be the key topic, what you will be able to learn after studying this chapter, and which will be the key grammatical points. As I told you before, I don't believe we will finish this book this spring semester. And that has nothing to do with coronavirus or with online teaching. It's simply, the book is too big to be able to finish it in just one semester, and especially if you start from the beginner's level. So maybe 6-7 chapters is a reasonable goal or target. So I will be happy if by the end of this spring semester we reach chapter 6 or 7. All right? And then is the beginning of chapter 1. Now please note that on e-class I have also already given you audio files. I have recorded myself because I don't have the official audio files for this book. So the only solution is that I read this text into a microphone, into a recorder, and then save those files and upload them to you. That's a lot of work for me, but since we cannot meet in the classroom right now, that's the only solution that I can see. All right? If we look on page 8, there is this picture or these images, and unfortunately they are not in color. The original book is in color, but this is a black and white Xerox copy of the book. So maybe you find it a bit difficult to see what's in the images, but in some places it's pretty clear. And the purpose of this page, the first page of chapter 1, page 8, is to combine these pictures with the different words. Here in this box there are different words, and you should try and figure out which one of this word correspond to which image, and then put them in the right order in these on these lines. So I'm going to read you these words, because you have to understand, when you start a new language, one inevitable part is to learn new words, vocabulary expansion, vocabulary growth. And you have a big advantage since you have studied English before. And as you will see, many times you can guess, oh, this word must be the same as in English. Let's look at the first word. Hamburgare, that's the Swedish pronunciation. hamburgare, hamburgare, hamburgare. Well, in English, that is a hamburger. A hamburger. In Swedish pronunciation, hamburgare. Next word, advokat. Advokat. You can listen to the pronunciation of this word, and just like a child that learns a new word for the first time, children too, even though they don't understand the meaning of a word, they copy or they imitate. So you can just try to yourself to say that word, advokat, advokat, advokat. By saying the word to yourself aloud will make you more comfortable with the Swedish pronunciation, make you more familiar. So once again, advokat. And then probably you don't know what is the meaning of advokat. Advokat in English is lawyer, a lawyer working in the court system, a lawyer. Next word here, potatis, potatis, potatis. Okay, that's actually a bit familiar, maybe. In English, potato, a potato, or several potatoes. Potatis. Next word, mobil, mobil, mobil. You can almost guess, what is that? A mobile phone. Next word, papper, papper, papper. A paper, or some papers. Next word, down here, kaffe, kaffe, kaffe. Okay, you probably guessed, it's coffee. Next word, bok, bok, bok. Again, probably you guessed, it's a book in English. Here is the word that has been crossed over, and it says kanelbulle, kanelbulle, kanelbulle. And what does it mean? It means a cinnamon bun, a cinnamon roll. You know, when you go have a coffee in the coffee shop and you buy a little cinnamon bun. And that is actually here in image number 1. And so for that reason, it has been written on that line, number 1. So that one is done, that's taken already. Next word, penna, penna, penna. It's a pencil. So a pen or a pencil. And the last word, vatten, vatten, vatten. And in English that means water, water. So if you had the textbook, your own full copy of the textbook, the exercise for you would be to look at the different images. They are numbered 1 to 10, and then try to identify which is which and combine with the meaning of these words and put them in the right order here in the lower part of page 8. And then it says at the very bottom, it says lång vokal eller konsonant. Lång in Swedish means, in English means long, same. Vokal, that is a vowel sound. If you know a little bit about grammar, you know that there are vowels. For example, a, u, u, o. All all of those letters or sounds, they are vowels. And in Swedish language, and we practice this in pronunciation class a lot, it is really important to make a distinction between long sounding vowels and short sound vowels. Let me give you an example. Long sound ah, the first letter of the alphabet, ah. And then the short sound is ah. So, for example, I can say a word with a long sound apa. That is the meaning of that word. Apa is a monkey, like a monkey in the jungle. And then the short sounding you have it in this example, the second word here, kaffe. You pronounce it with a very short kaffe. And once you learn to pronounce words correctly with either long sounds or short sounds, that will make the way you speak sound much more natural and correct in Swedish. All right, let's move on to page 9. And just for your information, this there are sound or audio files for this too. So the video I'm doing here is kind of overlapping a lot with the audio files that you already have. Okay, so this is a typical structure of many of the chapters in this book. They focus on some real-life, simple situations with dialogues. And here at the top of page 9, there are 2 dialogues, the number 1 dialogue and the number 2 dialogue. And in each dialogue, obviously, there are 2 persons speaking. Person A and person B or something. And the little dash mark here says that, okay, that's the first person speaking. And the second line, that's the second person speaking. On top of the 2 dialogues, there is this title or subtitle saying på kurs. På kurs. På kurs means in class, or it means at the course. So that is the situation. Both of these two dialogues take place in the classroom, and the people speaking are students who are getting to know each other, ask each other, what's your name, where are you from, and so on. In the first dialogue, number 1, the 2 people speaking is a girl, her name is Patricia. The second person speaking is, his name is Daniel. So 1 girl, Patricia, and 1 boy or man, Daniel. They speak with each other. In the second dialogue, also 2 persons, and 1 woman, her name is Gabi, and 1 man or young man, and his name is Giovanni. So they speak to each other, also the same thing. They self-introduce, they say, my name is, and so on, and who are you, where are you from, what languages do you speak? So I'm going to read this, and because I'm just one person, I have to read both persons in the dialogue. Okay? So here we go, in Swedish. Hej, jag heter Patricia. Hej, Daniel heter jag. Varifrån kommer du Daniel? Från Australien. Och du? Kommer du från Spanien? Nej, jag kommer från Argentina. Jaha, vad talar du för språk? Engelska och lite svenska. Och spanska förstås. Eller spanska såklart. Jaha, vad bra. So, end of dialogue 1. And now, quick explanation. I just translate into English. Hello, I am called Patricia. Hello, Daniel is my name, or Daniel is what I'm called. From where do you come, Daniel? From Australia. And you? Do you come from Spain? No, I'm coming from Argentina. Oh, I see. What language do you speak? Talar means to speak, to talk. What language do you speak? Språk, a language. And the answer, English and some Swedish. And Spanish, of course. Såklart, that means of course. And finally, jaha, vad bra. Oh, I see. That's nice, or that's good. So that was the first dialogue. Let's move on to the second one. Again, two persons speaking, also a woman and a man, or a girl and a boy. The first one is a girl, her name is Gabi. So I read it quickly in Swedish and then translate into English. Hej, Gabi heter jag. Vad heter du? Giovanni. Varifrån kommer du? Jag är från Tyskland. Och du? Jag kommer från Italien. Från Trieste. Trieste? Var ligger det? I norra Italien. Jaha. Jag pratar pyttelite italienska. Vad kul. Okay? So, explanation, translation into English. The first person speaking is Gabi. So she says, hello, Gabi is what I'm called. I'm called Gabi. What is your name? Vad heter du? What is your name, or what are you called? And the answer, Giovanni. Where do you come from? From where do you come? Gabi answers, I am from Germany. Jag är från Tyskland. I am from Germany. And you? Jag kommer från Italien, från Trieste. I'm coming from Italy, from Trieste. And then a question. Trieste, var ligger det? Trieste, where is that located? Where is that place? Answer, i norra Italien, in the north of Italy, or in North Italy. Jaha, jag pratar pyttelite italienska. Oh, I see, I understand. I speak a tiny bit of Italian. And finally, the response. Vad kul. Oh, that's nice. That's fun. For some of you maybe already noticed that the word speak, the English word speak, in Swedish, there are two words that correspond to speak or talk. One is talar. Jag talar, I speak. Jag talar, I speak. But you can also use another word. Pratar, pratar, pratar. It also means to talk or to speak. So there are two words with the same meaning. Talar, jag talar. Pratar, jag pratar. Jag talar, jag pratar. Same meaning. All right? And maybe small difference. So talar is a little bit more polite or formal speech, and pratar is a little bit more casual. At the bottom of page 9, or the lower part of page 9, it's all about how you make the stress in different words, how you put an extra punch or an extra emphasis on certain words. And this also belongs to pronunciation rules in Swedish language. Because in Swedish language there are ups and downs like a kind of, not like a song, but there is a certain up and down, and that is regulated by emphasis. In the lower part of page 9 here, there are two examples, two small sentences. Listen to me. Hej, jag heter Patricia. Hej, jag heter Patricia. Hej, jag heter Patricia. And the meaning is simply, hello, I am called Patricia. Hello, my name is Patricia. And there is a little circle around the word hey, and there is a circle around the word or the name Patricia, meaning that there should be a little bit more emphasis on those two words, and that makes it sound Swedish, makes it sound normal to the Swedish ear. Hej, jag heter Patricia. And that also means that the words without the circle, you read them a little bit more quickly, with less emphasis. Listen again. Hej, jag heter Patricia. Hej, jag heter Patricia. And the second example, again, circles around the words that are given more punch or given more emphasis. Hej, Daniel heter jag. Hej, Daniel heter jag. And that means simply, hello, Daniel is my name. So, just like I mentioned some moments ago, there is the long vowel and the short vowel, and here there is the discussion about where in a short sentence do you put the stress or the emphasis. And those issues are connected with Swedish pronunciation. All right. If we turn the page to page number 10, it is at the top, and this also is already there in the audio files when you listen to them. This little box here is about the word sequence. Sequence, which means which word comes in number 1 position, number 2 position, number 3 position, and so on. And it says here in Swedish, verbets position, the position of the verb. What is a verb? Well, in grammar, the verb is anything that happens, any kind of action, such as I read, I eat, I